Street. Next right.
also give you 1 free year of Apple TV Plus.
Gather around, people. The morning show isn't going to watch itself.
Hurry in. This week only, both new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers can get the iPhone 13 Pro on us and up to $130 back on AirPods via rebate with eligible trade-in on our Max plan. And you'll even get 1 free year of Apple TV Plus. Because together we holiday. Only at T-Mobile. Phone via 30 monthly bill credits and AirPods get 2 after rebate via prepaid charge. For qualified buyers plus tax. 1 per account ends 11/29. Balance and required finance agreement is due. If you cancel service, call before canceling to continue remaining credits on phone. Apple TV Plus renews at $4.99 per month after first year unless you cancel. Details at T-Mobile.com.
Wednesday news time 1:51. Traffic and transit on the one. Here's Gloria Chapa.
Let's start with the Fdr Drive northbound. That stalled car at Houston Street has been cleared. There's a stalled car on the Harlem Drive northbound before the George Washington Bridge in the right lane. And there is construction on the southbound Harlem Drive ramp from the George. It's in the right lane. It might cause a little bit of a slowdown for you. And Brooklyn Belt Parkway is going to be heavy in both directions between the Verrazano and Knapp Street. The BQE is heavy in both directions into Atlantic Avenue. And the Clearview and the Cross Island Parkway approaches to the Throgs Neck are very slow. Now, here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. Good news on the eastbound Southern State. That crash at exit 28M is clear, but you're still seeing residual delays in both directions. The LIE in the North States is doing all right. Now, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. At the George, it's going to be 20 minutes inbound both levels, 20 outbound both levels. Lincoln, 5% in both directions. Holland, 10 in and 15 minutes on the outbound side. DDS trains have suspended service between Kings Highway and Coney Island Stillwell Avenue. They're doing some signal work until tomorrow morning, so you can use some free shuttle buses. This report sponsored by Ray Katina Jaguar Land Rover. I'm Gloria Chapa on 1010 Win.
It just got a lot easier to own a certified pre-owned Land Rover from Land Rover Edison. Get financing starting as low as 1.9% APR for 36 months on select models to qualified buyers with approved credit. Details at 1-800-NEW-AUTO.
Now the 1010 Win's Accuweather forecast, and here is Dave Bowers.
Just a cold wind, not only the rest of the afternoon, but tonight and tomorrow. We had a cold front move through here during the morning hours. And since then, the wind's been gusting 35, 40 miles an hour. And that's going to be drilling in some colder air. We're going to be steady or slowly falling here for the next few hours. And then drop down to 31 in Midtown tonight, upper 20s in the suburbs. Real feel readings actually head into the teens. And then tomorrow, the sky will be about 43. And like I said, with that wind, real feel readings will still be in the 20s and 30s. Sunday, not as windy. But another disturbance comes along that could generate a few rain or wet snow showers into the evening hours. There'll be stretches of dry weather, though, just variably cloudy, but cold, like I said, a high about 41. And that's followed by another shot of cold air. Monday's partly sunny, brisk, and a high only 40 degrees. We're at 46 in Central Park, mostly cloudy, northwest wind at 22. Repeating the current temperature 46, going down to 42. New York's weather station, 1010 Win.
Thank you, Dave. Top day of trading. Markets closed early, but on concerns of this new COVID variant, the markets closed down big time. Money Watch is next.
Hi, I'm Steve Harris, founder of Harris Law. When Dawn tripped on a broken step at the movies, she thought it was just bad luck. Even after neck surgery, she had no idea she could have a case. Luckily, she came to Harris Law. We got her $1.3 million. I'll tell you how right after this.
Have you been the victim of negligence or malpractice? Harris Law, New York's premier injury law firm, is a tough, dedicated legal team that will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call 212-593-7600 or visit harrislawnyc.com.
At Harris Law, we subpoenaed accident reports, witness statements, and even statutory violations against that theater. They had known about that broken step for months. That's how we got our $1.3 million.
Call Harris Law today, 212-593-7600 or harrislawnyc.com. The consultation is free. The compensation could be millions.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish is...
It's pretty bad.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind. Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres? No matter your learning style or experience level, Babbel has lessons designed for you that will get you speaking quickly and confidently. I tried learning Spanish before, but I couldn't stick with it until I found Babbel.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
I Can't wait to use our new language skills on our upcoming adventure. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Wins News Time, 1:56 now. Bloomberg Money Watch. Here's Andrew O'Day.
Retail is usually top of mind for Wall Street traders on Black Friday, but not this one. Discovery of the new coronavirus variant, now named Omicron, slammed markets all over the world, and with Wall Street's closing bell ringing 3 hours earlier than normal today, traders wasted no time joining in. Indexes fell more than 2%. Dow tumbled 905. Nasdaq fell 354. S&P 500 down 107, led by companies connected to travel and tourism. Predictions of crimped travel slammed the oil market also. Oil futures fell 13% today. In a reversal of the Thanksgiving Day trend from recent years, most of the biggest store chains were closed yesterday. But that didn't stop shoppers. Turns out that a lot of family members who weren't in the living room watching football were somewhere else in the house buying things online. But early analysts estimate the U.S. Thanksgiving Day online shopping likely hit a record of more than $5.1 billion. Although that is less than its earlier forecast of almost $6 billion because many people started shopping earlier this month. Losses of more than 2 in the Dow's case, 2.5%, Dow losing 900. Nasdaq down 354. Bloomberg Money Watch is 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Andrew O'Day, the 1010 win.
The 3 minutes it takes to find a parking space on Mamaroneck Avenue can be stressful.
She's going out.
Nope. But in as little as 3 minutes, you could check your heart health with a simple heart health quiz on White Plains Hospital's website. At White Plains Hospital, we have advanced cardiac care when you need it, but we'd rather help you prevent any major heart issues. Visit exceptionaleveryday.org/heart disease to take the quiz, determine your risk factors, and get treatment. White Plains Hospital. Exceptional every day. A member of the Montreux Health System.
I don't really have time.
I heard they put a microchip inside it, and then you become magnetic.
I don't want to turn into a zombie.
I'm here. So I guess I'll just keep wearing my mask.
In a quarter mile, right turn onto.
But you know what I was thinking? I want to stay with my grandmother again.
I want to join the baseball team this year. I want to go to the movies in a theater and get a giant popcorn with butter. I want to graduate with my friends.
And take a plane to Italy?
Let's get vaccinated.
Visit nyc.gov/vaccine finder or call 877-VAX4 NYC to get your free COVID-19 vaccine.
I'm former NBA player Don King. For years, I had carpal tunnel syndrome and joint pain. Then I started having heart-related symptoms like fatigue and palpitations. Turns out I had heart failure caused by hereditary transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare, life-threatening disease underdiagnosed in African Americans. If you're African American and over 50 with heart failure experiencing unresolved symptoms, talk to your doctor or visit DonKnowsHisHeart.com.
Get the gift of more for less with Optimum.com. Visit Optimum.com to get reliable, high-speed, 300 meg internet for the low price of
Right turn onto
item on your wish list with a $300 Visa prepaid card. 3 months of HBO Max included on us, and a free Wi-Fi extender for greater whole-home Wi-Fi coverage. With Optimum flexibility, you can choose your internet speed and change it anytime. Plus, there are no contracts or hidden fees. And we'll give you a 60-day money-back guarantee. Get the speed and reliability to power all your new devices this holiday season. But this deal ends soon, so hurry to get fast, reliable 300 meg internet from Optimum for just $29.99 a month. With a $300 Visa prepaid card. Get more for less at Optimum.com today. For new residential customers, apply for auto-pay discount. Taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. Not transferable and not available in all areas. Wire connection up to 300 meg. Wi-Fi speeds may vary. After promo, HBO Max subscription at $14.99 per month. 90 days of continuous service required to get started. Allow 46 weeks for delivery. Additional time to pass. See Optimum.com for details.
Go to Ryan at 18 Sports, 20 minutes with New York.
Odyssey Station.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Win, New York.
Good afternoon. It's 46 degrees at 2 o'clock. I'm Larry Cantor, and here's what's happening. A possibly dangerous new COVID variant in South Africa spooks the stock market. The Dow fell 905 points. The European Union has suspended flights from South Africa. There are bargains galore on this Black Friday, and shoppers are apparently taking advantage. The boardwalk in Wildwood, New Jersey is getting a much-needed makeover. A local landlord gives tenants a rent discount for spending money with neighborhood retailers. Autograph collectors will want to get in on an upcoming auction for the signatures of Jolton Joe and Marilyn Monroe. In sports, the Rangers and Boston are tied at 1 apiece. That's at the end of the first period. Devils play in Nashville this evening. Islanders host the Penguins tonight. Knicks host the Suns. Accuweather, blustery and cold tonight, a low 31. Wind due time 2:01. Time for traffic and transit. Here's Gloria Chapa.
Lots of delays in New Jersey. Southbound New Jersey truck lane. There's a crash before entering 13 on Tobacco Bridge. It's in the left lane. It's been it for a while. There are delays on the eastern spur southbound from 16E to 15W, and on the western spur northbound. This is from Newark to after exit 15E. Unexpect some heavy Garden State Parkway delays. Exit 149 down to exit 144. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound George Washington Bridge, 15 to 20 minutes. Outbound, 30 minutes, both levels. The Lincoln, 10 to 15 in, 5 to 10 out. The Harlem is 15 minutes in both directions. So time. Now here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. LIE, Northern State, Southern State. Halsey just fine. A little bit of a westbound delay going into Queens on the LIE, however. This report is sponsored by Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Care. I'm Gloria Chapa. Our next report at 2:11 on 1010 Wins.
When you need commitment, compassion, and customized care, call Marguerite Peace Nursing and Rehabilitation, offering short and long-term care. Marguerite Peace Nursing is a facility unlike any other. Call 718-298-7800.
We enjoyed fairly mild weather on Thanksgiving Day, but looking forward, the rest of the weekend won't be so kind, and there's the possibility we could see some snowflakes. Let's get the latest now from Accuweather and meteorologist John Ferris.
Yeah, certainly colder air is sweeping in across the tri-state area. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of snowflakes out there right now across parts of northern New Jersey, but that cold air sweeping in. Temperatures well above the freezing mark, so really nothing to worry about. It does look like we're going to see this cold air stay locked in right through the weekend, and the gusty wind stays with us right through tomorrow. We can see gusts out there this afternoon on the order of 5 to 40 miles per hour tomorrow, probably more on the order of 30 to 35 miles per hour. And then we'll see a quicker system move through here Saturday night into Sunday. Can bring you a couple of snow showers. Again, shouldn't really amount to anything more of a nuisance type situation, but definitely keep that in mind as you travel during the day on Sunday. Larry?
Right now, 46 degrees. We're heading down to 31 tonight. There are new COVID worries today, and they rattled investors. The Dow is down 905 points, or 2.6%. Much more coming up in 1010 Wins Money Watch at 26 and 56 minutes past the hour. The issue for investors and everyone else is a new COVID variant that's cropped up in South Africa. The virus has mutated in a number of ways. While many questions remain, the World Health Organization is classifying the new variant as a highly transmissible virus of concern. They're calling it Omicron. It's unclear how effective the current vaccine may be. On flights from Southern Africa. Now the entire European Union will suspend flights. Ursula von der Leyen is the president of the EU.
All air travel to these countries should be suspended. They should be suspended until we have a clear understanding about the danger posed by this new variant. And travelers returning from this region should respect strict quarantine rules.
And we're just in the United States has decided from South Africa and 7 other African nations by non-U.S. citizens beginning on Monday because of this variant. Canada has decided to ban entry of foreign nationals as well. to have passed through southern Africa. U.S. Top infectious disease expert Dr. Anthony Fauci says the administration is rushing to get data on the variant. The U.S. can test for it. He says this is certainly a red flag, but we just don't know yet how serious the mutations may be. Israel has detected at least one case of the new variant.
The patient who just returned from the African country of Malawi is now in isolation. 2 other travelers being tested for the new highly mutated and highly contagious variant. Officials say all 3 were vaccinated, but it remains unclear to what extent. Prime Minister Naftali Bennett says the new variant puts Israel, quote, on the threshold of an emergency. He's immediately banned entry of foreigners from South Africa and 6 other African countries.
That's correspondent Jordana Miller. With news time 2:06. This is Black Friday. Not what it used to be thanks to online shopping and last year's pandemic store closings. But it's still a thing, and whether the sales are made today or some other time over the next month, experts say this promises to be a good year for retail.
The National Retail Federation expects sales to increase both in-store and online in November and December.
Somewhere between 8.5 and 10.5%.
Catherine Cullen is the NRF Senior Director of Industry and Consumer Insights. She says after dealing with COVID restrictions last year, many people are anxious to return to the stores this holiday season.
People like shopping in stores for gifts because it lets them touch and feel a product, see it in person.
Cullen says an estimated 158 million people plan to shop either in-store or online over the Thanksgiving weekend. I'm Mike Hempton.
Our Holly Hare checked out the store traffic on Long Island this morning.
Well, it's not the typical packed Black Friday to Target in Westbury. It almost looks like any other day. People say they're getting in and out. I do well. I do very well today. Wasn't too bad of a line. No lines. No lines at Walmart. No lines in Target. Well, some say some people took advantage of early Black Friday deals or shopping online this year, but there are some things you just have to buy in person.
If I'm buying clothing, especially fast food and I like, I want to try it on right now.
Despite concerns about COVID and some rain earlier in the day, people are getting their shopping done. Holly Hare, 1010 Winds in Westbury.
There is no bigger retailer in America than Amazon. Its employees don't think they get their due. Amazon workers around the world are staging strikes today. They want higher wages, and they want Amazon to pay more in taxes. They're also calling for the company to reduce its carbon footprint. Here in New York this evening, workers are planning to march from the local residence of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos to the penthouse of Starbucks' Howard Schultz. The Amazon protesters say they're marching to Schultz's home to show solidarity with workers trying to unionize at Starbucks. A local landlord has figured out a way to give back in the holiday season. He's helping retailers near his buildings and his renters at the same time. Aaron Pollock of Half Investments told 1010 Winds Newsline about the program he's come up with.
Let's do something like the credit card, like the cashback that the credit card gives you. But instead of like credit card, we just need to go buy in the local store a mile from our building, and we're gonna take on every $100 receipt that you're giving us, we'll give you $10 back in the rest.
The credit limit is $1,000. Wednesday time, 209.
Bob Minetti. In 2016, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Bob participated in a clinical trial that included cutting-edge radiation therapy and surgery. He's been in remission since completion. I'm Kiki Sharp. Since losing my mother to pancreatic cancer, I've been working to share the kind of state-of-the-art work being done by Stand Up to Cancer and Left Garden Foundation. To learn more about the latest research, including clinical trials, visit pancreaticcancercollective.org.
Do you know when you order a new video game, or a golf club, or a blender, and then it arrives at your door? You get a little thrill. Imagine how much more thrilling it is when you order a new car. With Nissan at home, you can shop for the perfect ride and order it without ever having to go anywhere. So if you a golf club or a blender, buy a new car entirely online with Nissan at home, delivered direct from dealer to driveway. The thrill starts here. Services may vary from fitting dealers, subject to applicable laws. See dealer for details.
Traffic and Accuweather in 1 minute. Links eastbound to Tampa.
Do you have bad credit but need a new car? Do you have trouble getting a car loan for any reason?
Call Credit Solutions, a division of Hudson Hyundai. It's easy to apply right over the phone, even if it's your first time buying a car. Call 800-951-4221. Tier 1 customers can drive a new Hyundai with just $68 down, like a Hyundai Tucson, only $68 down. A Hyundai Santa Fe, just $58 down. A Hyundai Kona, $68 down. Even a Hyundai Palisade, only $68 down. You could be driving a new car home today. Call 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221. All new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Call Credit Solutions for free approval today. 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221 or HudsonHyundai.com. Payments will vary. Credit severity affects approval. See dealer for details.
Time 211, time for traffic and transit and Gloria Chopper.
We'll start with the Harlem Drive. If you're heading northbound before the George Washington Bridge, the right lane is blocked due to stalls. And heading over to the southbound New York State Thruway in Rockland County, there's a crash. It's for exit 14A, that's the Garden State Parkway connector. And you're going to see some heavy traffic between exits 14B and 13 if you're heading down towards the bridge. Southbound there, there's a crash. Just before exit 42, there's still clear narrows away. And in Brooklyn, westbound Belfast, very slow going between Mount Street and the Verrazano. The DTE is heading both directions going into Atlantic Avenue. On Long Island, westbound, very slow from the Meadowbrook to Grand Avenue. Looks like a possible accident causing some issues there. And here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The George Washington Bridge, 15 to 20 inbound, both levels, 30 minutes outbound, both levels. Lincoln, 10 to 15 in, 10 out. The 10 to 15 minutes inbound and 15 minutes outbound. This report sponsored by Cars for Kids. I'm Gloria Chopper. We're next report at 229 on 10 Road.
On your car condition for tomorrow. Call 877 Cars for Kids today or donate online at carsforkids.com. Remember, that's Cars for Kids. Now the Accuweather 4-day forecast sponsored by Toro College's New York School of Career and Applied Studies. Nice day. And here's meteorologist John Kerry.
Taking a look at Windstop Laredo right now. There's actually a couple of light rain and snow showers out there getting ready to move into at least parts of the 5 boroughs here. Actually, they already be seeing a few flakes across parts of the boroughs, but it won't amount to anything. Temperatures well above the freezing mark, and we'll see the temperature fall as we head through the evening. These showers will die off. We'll fall back to 31 tonight, a blustery cold night, and then windy and cold for tomorrow, partly sunny. High just 43. Real feels, again, no higher probably than the low and mid-30s tomorrow. And then a clipper system comes through tomorrow night into Sunday. Again, it doesn't amount to a whole lot, but there could be a couple of snow showers around. Low tomorrow night down to 33. Brisk and cold Sunday up to 41. And then dry, brisk and cold. As we head into Monday, we're up near 40. Should see a little bit of a warm-up as we head toward the middle of next week. Right now, Central Park, 44 and mostly cloudy, going down to 31 tonight in Midtown. And Accuweather meteorologist John Spear at the New York Weather Station, 1010 winds.
The Wildwood Boardwalk is getting a makeover. That story just ahead. Winds News Time 2:14.
If you want to earn a college degree and pursue the career of your dreams, the time is now. At Toro College NICEAD, students are known for turning the impossible into possible. They'll give you the one-on-one support you need to make college work for you, no matter what is standing in your way. Visit nicecad.turo.edu to get connected with an advisor who will be happy to discuss your options with you and walk you through a free application. Visit nycscad.uro.edu.
So many slogans and phone numbers out there. What's the real difference between in-area attorneys, personal attention, high-dollar verdict, and trial experience? You'll find all of that with the experienced team at Salino Law. Attention savvy investors. Looking for predictable monthly cash flow? Want to reduce uncertainty? Hedge inflation and stock market risk with double-digit targeted returns? If you want the safety and security of a real estate investment, but without the hassle of being a landlord, you've probably heard of NRIA. NRIA is an industry-leading real estate development firm in its 15th year, developing strategically located, lower-risk, high-demand neighborhoods based on supply-demand imbalance. They're a great fit for safety-oriented investors who want cash flow and diversification into carefully chosen real estate. Learn more about the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
And all first securities is only made by the NRIA private place and member
Winds News Time 2:16. The wooden boardwalk in Wildwood, New Jersey is more than a century old. Through the years, it's been patched and repaired, and the latest repair job is underway. It covers 3 blocks at a cost of $4 million. Eventually, 20 of the 26 blocks of the boardwalk are scheduled to be refurbished for a total of $30 to $40 million. Officials say it could take 5 years to complete the job. Fire tore through an apartment building in Williamsburg, Brooklyn last night. 12 people are left homeless Thanksgiving night after a fire destroyed one apartment building and damaged 2 others. Jasmine lives nearby.
Maybe the houses are gone.
The fire started just after 11 here on DeVoe Street. It took 170 firefighters to put out the blaze in the 3-story house. The fire was raging, making her anxious.
We were worried. We thought we might have to walk through a summer street because it was so impressive.
The fire also damaged the buildings next to it, including the one owned by Darius Deloga. I don't know what they're going to do next. I'm just taking step by step. Darius Rack is 10 away from Harlem. The injuries for the firefighters are described as minor. President Warren Harding came from Marion, Ohio. There's a museum there honoring him. Almost 10 years ago, someone broke in and stole just one item, a dog collar that belonged to Harding's Airedale Terrier. Its name, Laddie Boy, is engraved on it. The case was never solved, and all these years later, someone has decided to heat up this whole case. $1 million reward in connection with information on what happened. The radio station in Marion said someday there could be the correspondent says when that day will be.
The effort to build a national global war on terrorism memorial was authorized by Congress in 2017, but it didn't specify when or where construction would begin. It will be built with private donations, and 3 sites on the National Mall have been proposed, allowing the remembrance of our longest war to share hollow ground with memorials to our founding fathers, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam.
Next week, a Senate committee will hold a hearing as it attempts to get the proposal included in the defense spending bill. If you missed out last summer when a baseball autograph by Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe sold at auction, you will soon get another chance to own their signatures. TMZ says a woman is parting with the Monroe and DiMaggio autographs that she collected as an 11-year-old girl while having dinner at the Beverly Hills Hotel 69 years ago. They signed a concert ad that had been placed on their table. The little girl recognized the Yankee Clipper. She did not know who Monroe was. Remember, it was 1952. Monroe didn't make her first big movies until a year later. Winds News Time 2:19.
Hi, I'm Nick. And I'm Adam. We started a Legacy Box so that family memories would be safe and could always be enjoyed together. And this year, we're offering you early access to our incredible Black Friday sale so you can finally digitize your home movies and photos. 1 million families and counting have trusted Legacy Box to convert their aging media because Legacy Box is safe, simple, and affordable. From fading over time to risks like fire and water damage, your videotapes, film reels, and photos aren't protected unless they're on a digital format. And with the holidays approaching, don't wait. Simply fill your Legacy Box, and we'll take care of the rest. This is the first time we've offered Black Friday savings this early, and it's the most meaningful thing you can do this holiday season. It's time to relive your most important memories and take advantage of Legacy Box's best sale of the year. Visit legacybox.com/value to get early access to our Black Friday sale. That's legacybox.com/value for an irresistible deal. legacybox.com/value.
The station you know, the people you trust. 1010 wins.
All news, all the time. This is It's 10-10 wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 44 degrees at 2:20. I'm Larry Cantor, and here's what's happening. Wall Street tumbles over worries about a new COVID variant. The U.S. bans foreign nationals traveling from Southern Africa. More data on Merck's new COVID pill show it's less effective than first thought in reducing hospitalizations and deaths. Retailers are enjoying the start of what promises to be a bountiful holiday shopping period. Paperwork issues are blamed for nearly $1 billion in New York rental assistance that hasn't gone out yet. A new survey asks, what makes life meaningful? We'll have the results. In sports, the Rangers trailing the Bruins 2-1. That's in the second. The Devils play in Nashville this evening. Islanders host the Penguins tonight, and the Knicks are home for the Suns. Accuweather, blustery and cold. The low tonight, 31. Winds news time, 2:21. Time for traffic and transit. Here's Gloria Chapa.
Looking in New Jersey, southbound New Jersey Turnpike truck lanes by Interchange 13, that crash is out of the way. There are delays on the southbound eastern spur of the Turnpike between 16E and 15W. And then if you're heading northbound on the western spur from Newark to after 15E. Also expect heavy delays on the Garden State Parkway heading south from exit 149 to 144. A little bit of northbound delays as well in that same area. In the Bronx, both directions of the Hutch, we have delays north of exit 3. There's a crash reported. Might see some problems again in both directions there. Now, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. At the George Washington Bridge, it's going to be 15 to 20 inbound both levels, half an hour outbound both levels. The Lincoln 10 to 15 in, 10 minutes out. And the Holland is 10 to 15 minutes inbound and 15 minutes on the outbound side. Here's what we see on Long Island Big 3. Westbound 7th Street is going to be slow from the Meadowbrook to Grand Avenue. Looks like a possible accident. LIE and North State is doing just fine. This report is sponsored by Plaza Jewish Community Chapel. I'm Gloria Chapa. Our next report at 2:31 on 1010 Wins.
We at Plaza Jewish Community Chapel would like to remind you that candle lighting is at 4:13 this afternoon. Good shopping and Shabbat Shalom.
It was a rough day on Wall Street. Markets closed early for the holiday, but stocks plunged right from the start. The Dow fell 905 points. NASDAQ gave back 353. The reason wasn't hard to figure out. News early today about a new COVID variant that's cropped up in South Africa. Correspondent Tom Rivers reports from London.
A lot of uncertainty right now surrounds this new mutation with no real evidence yet regarding its potential impact. So, speaking to Parliament, Health Secretary Sajid Javid thrown out a couple of maybes into the mix.
Early indications show this variant may be more transmissible than the Delta variant, and health vaccines may be less effective against it.
Having been slow off the start in the past, Britain acted quickly this time by banning incoming flights from 6 African countries.
The UK is one of a growing number of countries that have already banned travel from Southern Africa as a precaution. And the United States and Canada have just banned foreign travelers from passing through Southern Africa from landing here. And the entire European Union is doing the same. Ursula von der Leyen is EU president.
They should be suspended until we have a clear understanding about the danger posed by this new variant. And travelers returning from these regions should respect strict quarantine rules.
Dr. Anthony Fauci says U.S. infectious disease experts are talking with their counterparts from South Africa. In Fauci's words, they are rushing to get data on the new variant and its molecular makeup so the U.S. can test for it. The World Health Organization is classifying the new variant as a highly transmissible virus of concern. Thanksgiving is over. Next up, the gift-giving holidays. With so many people off work today, holiday shopping began in earnest. Correspondent Aaron Katursky stopped by a big-box electronics store in our area.
One wants a video game, another a TV, and for this mom?
I'm actually looking for Apple AirPods on sale today.
For yourself?
Nope, my daughter.
Oh, you're such a good mom. And you're doing it early.
Yes, I just want to get it over with.
Okay. I got to do it early.
Yeah, I think it's the best way to be. I'm up anyway, so I may as well get it over with.
The store is crowded, but that's crazy. For retailers still recovering from the pandemic, any foot traffic is welcome.
Of course, you don't have to leave the house to shop, and lots of people were spending some of their Thanksgiving downtime that is, online.
New data out overnight from Adobe Analytics shows early sales were huge on Thanksgiving. Online shoppers spent an average of, get this, $3.5 million per minute. The biggest discounts yesterday were on furniture, clothing, computers, TVs, and sporting goods.
That's correspondent Becky Worley. Now this message. Fisher Center for Alzheimer's Research Foundation. Honor a loved one with a tribute donation at alzinfo.org/radio. Wings News Time 2:26, and now Bloomberg Money Watch on 10:10 wins. Here's Andrew O'Day.
Identification of the new coronavirus variant in South Africa prompted a global market freak out, and Wall Street joined in. Indexes fell more than 2%. Dow lost 905. NASDAQ fell 354. S&P 500 down 107 in abbreviated Black Friday trading. Closing bell rang 3 hours early. Although little is known about the new Omicron variant, including how effective existing COVID vaccines are against it, stocks and shot makers Moderna and Pfizer were biggest gainers on the S&P 500. Pfizer said it could have a booster ready in just over 3 months. Also rising were shares of companies dubbed pandemic winners, including Zoom and Peloton, which grew exponentially during lockdowns. Topping the leaderboard of S&P losers today were shares related to travel, including cruise companies, Carnival and Norwegian. Nations across the world quickly announced travel restrictions from southern Africa, and amid fear the variant spread could bring back global cloistering. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26:56 past every hour. I'm Andrew O'Day for 1010 Wins.
Now this message, ENT and Allergy Associates. Book online anytime or call them today, and you'll see them today. Wings News Time 2:27.
The 1010 Win season of giving is underway, and what better way to give than Operation Santa? It's as easy as reading a letter to Santa, shopping for the gift, and shipping it. All the info is at USPSOperationSanta.com.
Dr. Dave Hoxton here. We've made progress in our fight against COVID-19, particularly due to vaccination. The science continues to show that the COVID vaccines are safe and save lives. Booster doses are now available, and that's good news. But first doses are even more important than third doses, thanks to the over 6 million New Yorkers who have taken that step. Please share your story with someone still thinking through their decision, and let's keep moving our city forward.
Oh, baby, what have you done? Whew, I need some air. Honey, the window is stuck. Again.
Need energy-efficient windows that won't warp, rot, fade, or get stuck when you need some fresh air? Infinity from Marvin Windows by Allure Home Improvement. More durability, more viewing space for your family, more energy efficiency, and more affordable. Infinity from Marvin Windows. Built for life and maintenance-free. Call Allure Home Improvement and schedule your free design consultation today, or visit allure.com.
If your family depends on your income and something happened to you, what would happen to them? You need life insurance, and SelectQuote can help you get it at a price you can afford.
SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, who's in excellent health, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month.
Not in perfect health? Don't worry.
SelectQuote found Tanya, 40, who has type 2 diabetes, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $32 a month.
Research companies like Protective, Prudential, American General, and others to find you the company with the best rates. Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford. For your free quote, call 1-800-272-1955. That's 1-800-272-1955. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-272-1955. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Or road work in the right lane as well. In Brooklyn, westbound Bell, it's a little slow between Knott Street and the Verrazano. Both directions of the BQE are heavy into Atlantic Avenue. And the Clearview and Cross Island Parkway approaches to the Throgs Neck are quite heavy as well. Now, here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3. The westbound Southern State's going to be slow from the Meadowbrooks to Grand Avenue. North State's fine. The LIE looks good. Might see a little slow down going into the Queens line, though. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. And this report sponsored by New York City Test and Trace Corps. The George Washington Bridge is going to be 15 to 20 inbound both levels, 30 minutes outbound both levels. Lincoln 10 to 15 in, 10 minutes out. Holland is 15 to 20 inbound and 15 minutes on the outbound side. BDF trains are suspended between Kings Highway and Coney Island Stillwell Avenue for track work, and they are offering free shuttle buses. And now this message, it's the holiday season, so keep your friends and family safe by getting tested for COVID-19 before and after you gather. To find a free convenient test site, call 212-COVID-19 or visit nyc.gov/COVID test. No insurance required. I'm Gloria Sapa on 1010 Winds. And now the Accuweather 4-day forecast. Meteorologist John Ferrick.
Well, a blustery cold afternoon out there, and we've actually seen a couple of rain and snow showers now drift in from the north and west. Any snow, obviously, we're going to amount to anything. Temperatures above the freezing mark. Roads at worst will be just a little bit wet, but these rain and snow showers will move off the coast here the next couple of hours. Temperatures aren't going to plummet, though, as we head through the night tonight. We'll fall back to 31, a blustery cold night, 20s in many of the suburbs, and then for tomorrow, windy cold day, partly sunny, high 43. Winter system moves through later tomorrow night into Sunday, can bring a couple of snow showers, again, perhaps mixed with rain. Shouldn't cause too many problems, but certainly big travel day Sunday, so certainly stay tuned for further updates on that. The high Sunday, 41, another brisk and cold day. We're dry Monday up to 40, and then blustery cold weather continues on Tuesday. Right now at the park, we have 44 clouds, going out of 31 tonight in Midtown. Accuweather's John here at New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
It's every municipal bond investor's dream, a bright shiny city on a hill where there won't be any financial problems. But what if there are? That's why Assured Guarantee protects your principal and interest payment. Assured Guarantee, a stronger bond.
Winds News Time 234. Well, nearly $1 billion in rent relief still tied up in Albany. This cash is part of the program to help cover back rent for New Yorkers whose personal finances were wrecked by the pandemic. Even worse, while that $1 billion sits in limbo, the program has been mostly closed to new applications. The main problem, according to state officials, are the applications themselves. Some 82,000 of them are missing paperwork and still incomplete, about a third of which date all the way back to June. Landlords are supposed to get those back rent payments directly from the state, but if they and their tenants don't both have the application number, or if the tenant leaves out contact information for the landlord, well, there's no way to get them their money. Well, in case you've forgotten, the coronavirus isn't the only infectious disease that could pose danger this winter. The Centers for Disease Control hasn't forgotten. They've issued a flu advisory, and although it's early in the season still, more than 90% of cases reported so far are among children and young adults. Now they're reminding you to get a flu vaccine.
In most places, it's possible to get the annual flu shot and the COVID vaccine at the same time. That includes the COVID booster.
People that may have been vaccinated early on are starting to become more vulnerable if they have not had an opportunity to get boosted.
Texas physician Dr. Christopher Romero.
The last thing we want to have is more tragedy come out of a time we should be celebrating for all of us.
And that story from correspondent Jim Ryan. Several flu outbreaks have been reported at college campuses over the past month. And medical experts are concerned students will spread it around the country when they head home for the holidays at the end of the fall semester. So what is the meaning of life? Well, that's kind of what researchers are trying to find out with a new study. Scientists from Pew Research Center asked thousands of people around the world what makes life meaningful for them. Not surprisingly, the number one thing was family more than anything else. Jobs came in second on the list, followed by material well-being. Here in the U.S., faith was highly ranked as a source of meaning in life more than in any other nation surveyed. A groundbreaking organ transplant in Britain, and we're keeping an eye on this one. A man from London was fitted for a new left eye earlier this month. His new 3D printed prosthetic is the first fully digital prosthetic eye created for a patient. Until now, most prosthetic eyes have been hand-painted, then embedded into the eye socket. But experts say this design is more realistic and less invasive. For the 3D version, a patient's socket is scanned to create a more detailed implant, so both eyes look the same, and wait time is cut in half, from 6 weeks down down to just 2 or 3. A clinical trial starts soon to get more of these prosthetics to patients. And that correspondent Monica Ricks with that report. The new release from Disney, pretty popular with Thanksgiving moviegoers. 1010 Wins Entertainment is next. Wins News Time 2:36. Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com.
Business owners, here is a scary fact. Studies show that 85% of new customers looking for a product or service that reach a voicemail simply hang up and call the closest competitors right away. With the internet, society's patience is long gone. As business owners, we make personal sacrifices to succeed. Giving our potential customers to competitors due to missed calls is not an option. And in many cases, hiring a full-time receptionist isn't either. Now, introducing Abby Connect, the nation's top live receptionist provider. Abby Connect gives you a dedicated call answering team that is trained in your business at a fraction of the cost of a full-time receptionist. Having a live person answering calls can boost profits up to 95%. Stop losing opportunities. Call right now for a 14-day free trial with no setup fees, no purchase necessary, no credit card, and no contracts ever. 855-730-ABBY. That's 855-730-ABBY. 855-730-ABBY.
Wins News Time at 2:38. Now 1010 Wins Entertainment off to the movies this holiday weekend.
Magic is in danger. We gotta get out of here. We must protect those rules. We must protect those families.
Disney's critically acclaimed Encanto earned just under $6 million to lead the pack at the box office on Thanksgiving Day. House of Gucci and Ghostbusters Afterlife looking strong as well. Thanksgiving Day earnings were a lot lower than in the past, a sign that the pandemic continues to depress movie ticket sales in the U.S., experts say. Well, there's a crowdfunding campaign underway to bring back the beloved children's show, The Magic Garden, or rather an animated reboot of the PBS classic, which only aired here in the New York area. Remember Carol and Paula? The stars of The Magic Garden joined us live today on the 1010 Wins Newsline with Brian Britton to talk about the show. Paula Jones describing what they have in the works.
It's a very different project because it will be an animation, and it obviously it will be Carol and Paula, but it will be Carol and Paula as little girls, not the grown-up girls that we were in the Magic Garden.
And the crowdfunding campaign got a major boost from Mariah Carey, posted about it on her socials. It runs for 2 more days. Wins News Time at 2:39. Our top stories just ahead.
At T-Mobile, we're bringing it all together for the holidays with great deals for everyone. This week only, you can be the perfect pairing. The new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods. You can capture your favorite moments with the most advanced iPhone cameras ever.
Wow, the whole family looks great. This is perfect for our holiday card.
And you can get a pair of AirPods for gifts.
Now I can listen to my favorite songs on repeat without driving my family nuts.
And the perfect pairing is just the start. We'll also give you 1 free year of Apple TV Plus.
Gather around, people. The morning show isn't going to want itself.
Hurry in. This week only, both new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers can get the iPhone 13 Pro on us and up to $130 back on AirPods by a rebate with eligible trade-in on our Max plan. And you'll even get 1 free year of Apple TV Plus. Because together we holiday. Only at T-Mobile.
Get ready with the latest AirPods J2 and rebate via prepaid card. More 12 McGuire split tax, 1 per account, 1129,000 required finance for agency or to cancel service. Call before cancel to continue remaining credits on phone. Apple TV Plus for just $4.99 per month. That's per year. Let's simple details at T-Mobile.com.
The relentless pursuit of the stories that matter to you. 1010 Wins.
Like never stop. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. 44 degrees at 2:40. I'm Donna Vaughn, and here's what's happening. Well, the U.S. has announced a travel ban from South Africa and other African nations because of Omicron, the new COVID variant that also sent Wall Street into a downward spiral today. Minor injuries for 6 firefighters who helped out the huge apartment building blaze Thanksgiving night in Brooklyn. Well, bargain hunters hitting stores and their computers today for Black Friday. 1010 Wins has been scoping out the deals with shoppers on Long Island. Check your medicine cabinet. There's a big recall of antiperspirants that may continue
then 10 minutes out. The Holland is 15 to 28 inbound, 15 minutes outbound, and the westbound Staten Island Expressway is heavy. Highland Boulevard all the way to Westward Expressway. I'm Gloria Sapa. Our next report is at 2:51 on 1010 West.
Get to a free credit score and find the right credit card for you at creditkarma.com. Approval not guaranteed. Subject to check.
Looks like the world may be about to open up a new chapter in the coronavirus pandemic. The U.S. has announced a travel ban from South Africa and 7 other African nations by non-American citizens beginning this Monday. That's because of a new variant of COVID-19 dubbed Omicron. It has a large number of mutations than previous strains. That has experts worried that it might be able to quickly spread and possibly evade vaccines. The new variant marks a huge jump in the evolution of the virus since the global health crisis began. The concern, it could be more transmissible and more resistant to vaccines. Is public health expert Professor Salim Abdul Karim.
If this variant is as or more transmissible than the Delta variant, it would be very difficult to anticipate it would do anything different to what we have seen with Delta, which is that it will grow and spread across the world.
And correspondent Deborah Patta with that report. According to Dr. Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease experts are meeting with South African scientists today to gather more data so we can test for the variant here. The U.S. travel ban followed a similar announcement today from the nations of the European Union. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen.
I've spoken about the situation today with scientists and vaccine manufacturers. They too fully support such precautionary measures to avoid international spreading of the concerning variant.
Then Canada quickly followed suit as well, banning the entry of all foreign nationals who've traveled through South Africa. Dr. Fauci said earlier that only testing will tell whether the vaccines can protect from the Omicron variant, but experts have been quick to add that even if current vaccines are less effective, they can still provide protection against serious illness and hospitalization. Now, the day after Thanksgiving is usually a quiet day on Wall Street, but not today. News of that new COVID variant sent stocks into a tailspin. The Dow had its worst day of the year, down 905 points at its early 1 p.m. close. That's over 2.5%. Almost as big of a percentage plunge for the NASDAQ, closing 353 points lower. Bloomberg Money Watch will have more on those Wall Street woes at 26 and 56 every hour here on 1010 Wins. Wins News Time 245. Well, a frightening end to Thanksgiving Day in Brooklyn, where a fire raged through a Williamsburg apartment building. None of the residents were hurt, but it certainly was not the way anyone wanted to start the holiday season.
The fire forced families in 3 buildings out of their homes Thanksgiving night. Tenants in one of the buildings called their landlord their use of the logo.
First of all, I took a light back. You never know, but then he sent me a picture, and I said, holy guacamole.
DFDOI says the 4-alarm fire here on DeVoe Street started just after 11. 170 firefighters got the blaze under control in the 3-story building within 3 hours. No one living inside were injured, but 6 firefighters suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Mother of 3, Tina Simon, watched it all from her home across the street.
I was just so amazed by their work, how they just walk right into the flame.
The Red Cross is helping 4 families. Darius Francis, 1010 Wins in Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Wins News Time 246. So retailers and shoppers around the tri-state happily ushering in the unofficial start of the holiday shopping season today with Black Friday. Even though the pandemic continues to weigh things down, retail sales were up last week compared to the same period last year. And experts say that bodes well for Black Friday and the rest of the holiday season. And despite last year's hard pivot to digital shopping because of the pandemic, the National Retail Federation expects 158 million of us to shop in person this weekend. 1010 Wins reporter Holly Hare caught up with bargain hunters on Long Island today.
Some people go Black Friday shopping every year. They get up early and make a day of it. Not Lizzie and Terry from Uniondale. Do you ever do Black Friday shopping?
Definitely not. It's way too much and a lot of people, and usually people wake up too early for my liking, to be honest.
This year they did decide to venture out to the Target to buy a TV for their living room and some Christmas gifts, and they say it's not too bad.
Maybe the rain.
I think the COVID helps.
Shoppers here say a lot of people are buying online this year or took advantage of early Black Friday deals. Holly Hare, 1010 Wins at the Target in Westbury.
And while millions of Americans are expected to shop at stores and online this weekend, many of us didn't wait until Thanksgiving to get started. About 60% of shoppers said they've already begun their holiday shopping. That's no surprise with so many stores trying to entice shoppers to start spending early with sales offering early access to deals.
We've been seeing consumers start earlier and earlier every year.
Catherine Cullen is with the National Retail Federation. They predict that holiday sales during November and December will grow up to 10.5% over 2020. That report from correspondent Nick Oliver. Although most major retailers kept their doors closed on Thanksgiving Day, Adobe Analytics says we spent at least $3.5 million a minute yesterday. Well, just in time for the holiday season, Walmart has gotten on board the drone delivery bandwagon at their headquarters in Arkansas. They've launched a test program for customers who live within a 50-mile radius of the facility. If they choose drone delivery, their items are packaged inside a specially designed box with a parachute attached. And then the package is literally dropped at their homes by the drone delivery service Zipline. Best of all, the service is free, at least for now, while it's being tested. A huge recall announced for antiperspirant sprays made by Procter & Gamble. The carcinogen benzene has turned up in several brands, including Old Spice and Secret, and the recall covers aerosols with an expiration date through September 2023. It just only affects spray deodorants, not other kinds. The benzene was found during tests by the independent lab Valashore, which petitioned the FDA to ask for a recall. P&G says it did an investigation itself and found the benzene was traced to a supply of the propellant used in the aerosol sprays. Traffic and Accuweather just ahead. Winds news time 2:49. Hi, it's Elise Lumen, host of Pulling the Thread. In this show, I chat with culture-defining leaders and about this rare moment that we find ourselves in and how to think about our own lives and experiences within a larger social and spiritual construct. Listen and follow Pulling the Thread with me, Elise Lumen, a podcast presentation with Cadence 13, now for free on Odyssey and wherever you get your podcasts. There's confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID. One thing is certain, whether or not you're vaccinated, you need an accurate thermometer to check for fever, the leading sign of flu and COVID. Be vigilant and contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever. Rely on non-contact thermometers that have no scientific study. Only the Exergen temperature scanner thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Restrictions may apply. Driving responsibility may vary. Call Protect My Car free deal. Look, money's tight for everyone right now. It's been a tough year, and you sure don't need to get hit with a big, unexpected bill. Like, what if your car breaks down right now? How are you paying the bill? If it's your transmission, that's over $3,000. Your engine, up to $6,000. Even minor repairs like your air conditioning can hit your wallet hard. Here's the good news. If you have a car, truck, or SUV that's $19.99 or newer, you can stop paying for repairs right now. That's right. With Protect My Car, when your car breaks down, we pay your repair bill for you. Just dial 800-279-2827 on your mobile phone now to get started. Protect My Car pays for repairs to your engine, transmission, air conditioning, suspension, and so much more. Dial 800-279-2827 and get your car protected before your next repair bill's there. Dial 800-279-2827 on your mobile phone right now and get free roadside assistance, free towing, free car rental, and free oil changes. Dial 800-279-2827 and never pay for car repairs again. Dial 800-279-2827.
With news time 2:51, let's check traffic and transit now. Here's Gloria Chapa.
Southbound New Jersey Turnpike direct lanes, we have debris. This is just before interchange 10 in the center lane. You're going to see a little slowdown, definitely slow down because it might be a little dangerous. Heading over to the southbound New York State Thruway in Rockland County, there's a crash being cleared just before exit 14A and expect delays between 14B and 13 if you're heading down towards the bridge. In Brooklyn, westbound Bell Parkway is going to be slow in both directions. Actually, it's going to be slow westbound, between Mass Street and the Verrazano. This report is sponsored by Exergen Thermometers. Accuracy matters. Also, the VQE is heavy in both directions at Atlantic Avenue. And the Clearview and the Cross Island Parkway expect heavy traffic going into the Throg Neck. Now, here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. The Southern State westbound is going to be sluggish from the Meadowbrook to Grand Avenue, the LIE, and the North State. They're looking all right. Now, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The George is going to be about a 28 to 25-minute wait inbound, 30 minutes outbound. Lincoln, 15 and 10 out. Holland, 20 in and 15 to 20 on the outbound side. And now this message: fever is a leading sign of COVID, so make sure you have an accurate thermometer. The Exogen Temporal Scanner Thermometer, backed by science, is the accurate thermometer you need and can trust. Be vigilant and learn more at Exogen.com. I'm Gloria Tata on 1010 Winds.
And now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast. We get an update now from meteorologist John Fdr.
Blustery cold afternoon out there, and we have had a couple of rain and snow showers moving through the last hour or so. Obviously, even if there is some wet snow, it's not going to amount to anything. The temperature's still well above the freezing mark this afternoon. The temperatures are going to crash tonight. The rain and snow showers we're going to have here in the next couple of hours. And we'll fall back to 31 tonight under partly cloudy sky. It's going to feel more like the teens late tonight, and then windy and cold for tomorrow, partly sunny. A high up to 43. Real feels no higher than the low in mid-30s. Clipper system moves across tomorrow night into Sunday. Could bring some snow showers, perhaps mixed with rain again. It shouldn't amount to too much in terms of roadway problems unless you're heading farther to the north. But definitely stay tuned for further updates on that. The high Sunday 41. And then mostly dry weather, but it stays cold as we head into Monday and Tuesday. Right now in Central Park, 44, mostly cloudy. Going down to 31 tonight in Midtown. I'm Accuweather meteorologist John Fdr on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
Winds news time at 2:53. So do you want to own a guitar once owned by the likes of Joan Jett? Well, here's your chance. U2 guitarist The Edge and producer Bob Ezrin, who co-founded the musicians' charity Music Rising, have announced an auction of an amazing collection of guitars and other musical instruments owned by an assortment of rock and roll icons. We're talking Paul McCartney, Pearl Jam, Joe Walsh, Green Day, Dave Grohl, the list goes on and on. Now, considering the Edge is involved, there's also a number of notable items from U2's private collection, including a guitar he played in a performance with Springsteen and Elvis Costello at the 2006 Grammys. The auction taking place December 11th in L.A. A special edition opening event today in San Diego for that city's new Comic-Con museum. It aims to make Comic-Con an all-year-round experience, they say, with 25,000 square feet of rotating exhibits, a 4K video theater, labs, classes, and seminars. The museum located at San Diego's Balboa Park. A mishap delays blast-off for NASA's very expensive new telescope.
The space agency says it's on track for launch after a close-up inspection showed no damage to the James Webb Space Telescope. Engineers were getting ready to mate it to its rocket in French Guiana when a high-tension clamp released and caused an unexpected vibration. The telescope will eventually be about 1 million miles away from Earth, too far away for astronauts to go fix it in space. So NASA had to get it done before launch. The agency says inspections and testing went well, and it's on track for launch December 22nd.
Correspondent Peter King reporting the $10 billion telescope is an orbiting infrared observatory that'll follow up on the work of the Hubble Space Telescope, they tell us. Winds news time 2:55, Bloomberg Money Watch ahead.
Hi, this is Stu Leonard, and we have your perfect Christmas tree delivered fresh every day. We'll even tie it to the roof of your car. Get your wreaths, roasting, and tree at Stu Leonard, and for each tree we cut, we plant 2. You always ask me, where do I set up my tree at home? You know what I say? Wherever my wife Kim tells me. Stu Leonard Christmas trees are the best. It's starting at $24.99. Happy holidays.
Keep left
At Northwell, our mission is to provide every New Yorker with access to the best care, which is why U.S. News and World Report ranks 5 of our hospitals among the best in the nation for delivering superior care in 31 specialties. From nationally ranked cardiac surgery and neurosciences to the best children's hospital in New York, we're raising health for every family, for every community, for you. Visit northwell.edu/nation's best. Northwell, raise health. Winds news time 2:56 now. Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Winds and Andrew O'Day.
Historically, the day after Thanksgiving is one of the lowest volume trading days of the year for Wall Street. But as we've seen over and over these past 2 years, news about the coronavirus rewrites history. Dow fell 905 today. NASDAQ down 354. S&P 500 down 107, losses of more than 2%. Following the doom and gloom of markets all over the world as the new, apparently quite contagious COVID-19 variant is identified in South Africa, and amid confirmation it's already been carried outside the region. Stocks in all things travel, including airlines, cruise lines, hotel operators, fell the hardest today. So-called stay-at-home stocks and companies suited to lockdown living told their own story as one of the bright spots. Peloton and Zoom finish higher. as did vaccine makers Moderna and Pfizer, even though no one knows yet just how well their shots may work against the new variant. But also, as Pfizer says, it could have the variant booster ready in 100 days if necessary. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Andrew O'Day for 1010 Wins.
Wins due time 257. Our top story sets ahead.
At Fisher Investments, our clients know we have their backs. How do your clients know that? Because Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, the highest standard for a financial advisor. It means we're there for our clients and always put their interests first. So wait, you do it because you have to? No, we do it because it's the right thing to do. Our clients trust us with their retirement savings, and we know how important that responsibility is. So we take the time to really get to know them. Get to know them how? We make sure we understand their unique goals, finances, health, family, and lifestyle, so we can tailor their portfolio to their specific needs. Our goal is to help them achieve a comfortable retirement. Sounds like a big responsibility. You must make big commissions then, right? No, we don't sell commission-based products. We have one single transparent fee that's structured so we do better when our clients do better. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you are switching to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Now, a commercial message.
This is important information from Spectre Law Group, New York's most trusted immigration lawyer. These are exciting times for immigrants. The new president promises a path to legalization, and you or your loved ones may qualify. In the event the reform is passed, it will be more important than ever to do this right. Having an experienced immigration lawyer will save you time and money. Lawyers at Spectre Law Group understand that immigration is your life. If you need to apply for yourself or a loved one, call now, 646-543-0745, or visit SpectreLawGroup.com. That's SPEKTOR lawgroup.com. Spectre Law Group offers consultations over the phone or Zoom. The lawyers at SpectreLawGroup.com have helped thousands of people get permanent status in America, and they can help you. Spectre Law Group, your immigration lawyers. Call now, 646-543-0745. That's 646-543-0745.
WINS, WINS-HD, WNEW-HD, New York.
I listen to it for traffic and weather, so I know what's going on all day.
Odyssey Station. Tipping winds Accuweather says blustery and cold for the rest of the afternoon with more clouds than sun, if any sun at all. Tonight partly cloudy and brisk, low 31, but real feels mainly in the teens. The weekend begins tomorrow with more windy, cold weather under partly cloudy skies. For Sunday, maybe only occasional rain or snow shower toward evening. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Kyle McMorrow is our service aide. Carol Noonan, the writer. And Kyle McMorrow actually could be editor's desk. I'm Donna Vaughn.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins, New York.
Good afternoon. It's 44 degrees at 3 o'clock. I'm Larry Cantor, and here's what's happening. The U.S. joins other countries in blocking admission of foreign nationals traveling from southern Africa due to a new COVID strain there. Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson are already thinking about adapting their vaccines for the new mutation. Retailers appear to be doing big business on this Black Friday. The Green Bay Packers are a public company, and they're selling more stock to upgrade Lambeau Field. If NORAD can track Santa on Christmas, the Georgia Police Department figured it could announce the arrest of Grinch as a way to alert shoppers to guard against thieves. In sports, Rangers are playing the Bruins this afternoon. At the end of the second period, they're tied at 2. The Devils play at Nashville this evening. Islanders host the Penguins tonight. The Knicks are home for the Suns. Accuweather, blustery and cold. Low tonight, 31. Winds news time 3:01. Time for traffic and transit. And here's Gloria Chapman.
There's a lot going on. We'll start out at 287 in New Jersey. This is southbound after exit 13 in Bridgewater. There's a crash. 2 left lanes are closed. You're going to see that delay. And southbound New Jersey Turnpike truck lane, there's debris. This is just north of Interchange 10. It looks like it's in the center lane here. Meanwhile, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. At George, 20 to 25 inbound both levels, 30 outbound both levels. Lincoln, 15 in, 10 minutes outbound. And the Holland is 20 in and 15 to 20 on the outbound side. Now, map taking you over to the Harlem River Drive northbound. There's a crash. There was just earlier a stalled car there. Now in the crash in the right lane, right at the George Washington Bridge. Delays are back to 145th Street, unfortunately. Moving over to what we see on Long Island's Big 3, LAE North State, just fine. It's a little slow westbound, Meadowbrook to Grand Avenue. Clearview and La Crosse Island are heavy into the Throgs Neck heading north, and the westbound belt is slow between that street and the Verrazano. This report is sponsored by Ray Katina Jaguar Land Rover. I'm Gloria Tapa on 1010 Wins.
Experience the luxury of driving a certified pre-owned Jaguar from Ray Katina Jaguar of Edison. Financing starts as low as 1.9% APR for 36 months on select models to qualified buyers with approved credit. Details at 1-800-NEW-AUTO.
We are looking ahead to the rest of your long holiday weekend, and it doesn't include any more temperatures in the 50s. Let's get details from Accuweather and meteorologist John Ferry.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a while before we see temperatures in the 50s again. It's going to be a cold finish to the holiday weekend. Tonight we'll